Okay, I gotta try to get my mom to come up here somehow, some way. I'll start talking and you start walking. Um, my mom, Lilian, is the mother of 8 children, 24 grandchildren, and 20 great-grandchildren. So if any of you at the Wesleyan wonders why she enjoys so much time alone, well, there you go. Our family home is located just a few blocks from here, right next to the Soul Kitchen. You need your walker? There you go. Okay. Having 8 kids, I'll try that. Having 8 kids did not stop my father's brother from requesting that his 2 preteen boys from the inner city of New York spend their summer with us. He wanted them away from the dangers of the city. My family hosted them for several summers, and let's just say that we learned a lot from Derek and Lewis. Having 8 kids also did not stop my mom from taking in her 6-month-old niece, Rebecca. Rebecca was the youngest of 5 siblings, whose mom died shortly after Rebecca was born. My mother kept her for 2 years until her father could gather his family back again. Lastly, having 8 kids did not mean that the house would be a mess and the kids would wear dirty clothes. My mom was one of those folks who actually believed that the Bible said, cleanliness is next to godliness. It doesn't. We didn't have much, but my parents always believed that it's not where you live, it's how you live. And that keeping a clean, organizing home, dressing properly, and having a schedule can be done. Can be done, whether you are poor or wealthy. So needless to say, a lot of laundry was done on a regular basis. My mom loved her clothesline and seemed to zone out on the scent of downy fabric softener. When it came time to design her board, I knew we had to have a laundry theme. So here we go. My mom did a lot of this work, and I'll tell you what she actually did. She had to go through all of our family newsletters and find out the month and the date of every child, grandchild, and great-grandchild. And then I pinned them on the clothesline. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see photos from her early life of my father, who died in 2000. And I just stole a lot of Google images of people hanging clotheslines because I knew she'd get a real rush out of that. We also have over here a little family history. My mom's great-grandfather was chief of the Sandhill Band Indians, the Cherokee tribe. Grandfather was chief of the Sandhill Band Indians, they were located in Neptune, New Jersey, where the high school, the Neptune High School, actually is right now. There's some photos here of my grandparents, my mother at the Monmouth County Cotillion, and some other family photos here. And Rebecca's at the corner down there. We have some more family photos. But it was a pleasure working on this for my mom, and I'm just happy that I can say in a couple of weeks, here's your Mother's Day gift. So, and you know, I especially just felt so blessed to be able to be here more and spend more time, you know, with her here. The Wesleyan was gracious enough to let me hang out on the 2nd floor, which is right by my mom's apartment, so we were able to have lunch together most days and that sort of thing. And you smell like Downy now. So anyway, this is Lilian's, and I hope that you will take some time and look at it in depth. And ask her questions. Ask everybody questions. Okay, we have one more. Okay, can you make it back? Okay, last but certainly not least is Andy. I fell in love with Andy. And I'm so proud of his board. He developed the idea himself, and he worked diligently collecting his photos. I think probably every day for the first couple weeks he was running down to the office and asking them, you know, can you make this smaller? Can you make this bigger? You know, and he would give me all his notes, and I would go home and type them all up, and then he would look at them and he's like, what, were you drunk when you were typing? Because I'd always make mistakes typing it. I think on one of his houses he said we didn't have a garage, and I wrote we didn't have grapes. I don't know. So, anyway, I learned so much about his family, most of who are sitting right here, and his love for them. And he just never tired, and I never tired hearing about all the little stories about his family. And as he's going through all his photos, he would you know, have all these stories about something. And so we'd glue a picture, and then 15 minutes would go by before we could glue another picture because he had all these stories to tell about it. And he was definitely the class clown, but never mean-spirited. And I love that because, you know, so many people can be funny, but sometimes they can be a little mean in that humor. And he just was so loving and just funny guy, very witty. His eyesight is very poor, and that's why, you know, he really had to work. I mean, you'll see pictures where he is like inches from something, but he was determined to do it himself. And he just worked so hard, and I'm so proud of him. And his humor mixed with his gentleness made coming here a true pleasure. Andy.
Good grief.